Hey, welcome to the channel, you guys. I've been doing a comparison and remake thing, and I've been talking about remakes and comparisons. So this is a comparison one. So this is not a remake; it's just comparison. So both these movies came out in 1997. 1997. Boy, that was a crazy year for me. 1997. I was going through a lot that year. That 1997 was really a rough year for me. I could tell you so much I was going through. I'm not even gonna get, but that was a crazy year for me. I mean, it was a really crazy year for me. I mean, crazy. But anyway, both these movies came out in 1997. First one is called Volcano, and it was an hour and 44 minutes long, and it's 49% Rotten Tomatoes. And Tommy Lee Jones and Annie Hinch is her name. They were both the leads in this movie. I think it's Anne Heach or Annie Heach. They got some crazy names as these movie stars. And I also looked up, even though it got a 49% Rotten Tomatoes, it actually got 79% of people, actually liked this movie. But yet it got a 49% Rotten Tomatoes. Which is kind of shocking because I really enjoyed this movie. I remember before I went through all the trouble that I was going through, I actually was looking forward to going to see this movie and the other one I'm getting ready to talk about. But like I said, my life just went for it was just wow, my life just like wow, it was a crazy 1997 for me. It's a turning point in my life. It's crazy. But anyway, I remember wanting to go see both these movies, and I was jacked up to go see them, and then things happened in my life I just was not in control of. That was rough on me. But anyway, I didn't get to go see these movies because I wanted to go see both of them. And I still remember myself talking about going to see both these movies. That's so crazy. Anyway, the other one is called Dante's Peak. Now, Dante's Peak came out the same year. It came out in 1997. And it was an hour and 49 minutes long, and it had a 28% Rotten Tomatoes. And 81% of people liked this movie also. So you got 81% of people liked this movie, but yet it got 28% Rotten Tomatoes. It had Pierce Brosnan and Linda Hamilton. Some of you most likely watched it, but I was jacked up to go see that movie, and I was jacked up to see Volcano. Now, both these movies is dealing with a volcano, and both these movies dealing with a guy and a woman. The volcano one is, this woman works at this place, and she's, she gets a hold of the Tommy Lee Jones is like a disaster type of guy that can know how to do stuff, so they kind of work together, and I forgot what she was, but anyway, you've seen Anne Heach in other movies. She's been in sitcoms too, but anyway, I can't pronounce her name right. It's Annehechee. Annie Heach. But anyway, they are dealing with this volcano that's in Los Angeles. And it was a very entertaining movie because I remember when I started watching, I said, man, this was not going to fly. But they did a good job. And what kills me, these movies came out in 1997, and they came out within a couple of months apart because both companies knew that they were making these movies, and they were trying to hurry up and get them done so they can get them out before each other. I remember that. But anyway, Dante's Peak, I seen it, and it looked more interesting to me because it was in a a forested area where mountains and valleys are, and it was in a little small, town, all nestled up against the mountain. Beautiful place. But Pierce Brosnan and Linda Hamilton was your two main leads in this one, as well as Tommy Lee Jones, and Anne Heach was the two main leads in Volcano. But boy, I tell you, man, that Dante's Peak, man, that one, it was more geared to me because I love places where you can go hiking and you got all these trees and you got all this beautiful landscape and you got all the mountains and stuff. But what shocked me was I really didn't think that I would like Volcano, because after I watched Dante's Peak, because yeah, obviously I'm telling you, I probably end up watching. I know back then, after I got out of all the crap that I was into back then, which was one crazy year for me, I remember catching Dante's Peak. So I remember saying, well, I'm not going to watch Volcano because there's nothing going to be able to top Dante's Peak. And so I finally got away with watching. I finally got around to watching, Volcano. And I was like, my God, this is a really good, it's a really good movie. It has that one guy I can't think of his name, but the one guy that plays, I can't think of his name. Anyway, he was a supporting actor for Tommy Lee Jones. He's a black guy. He plays as the second Iron Man under anyway, I can't think of his name, but I know you guys know what I'm talking about. I should have wrote those names down, but Robert Downey Jr. and the black guy that was up under him, which was the other Iron Man, because he would join him and stuff, and he ended up this black guy that played with Robert Downey Jr. as he ended up having his legs broke, and he had to have, y'all remember what I'm talking about. Anyway, he was in this 1997 Volcano. I hate when I do that because my mind goes blank. I should have wrote those names down. But anyway, both these movies were good, and it was 1997. I'll never forget it because it was a crazy year for me in my personal life, and it was a very rough patch. But I remember before I went through that, I kept saying, man, I'm gonna go see Dante's Peak, and I'm gonna go see Volcano, because I remember I was walking around going, the coast is toast. I kept saying, the coast is toast. And everybody said, what are you talking about? I was like, there's this movie coming out called Volcano, man. In a few months, I'm going to go see it. And that was in 1997. That's before my life just took off. Man. Well, anyway, guys, which one do I like the most? I have to go with Dante's Peak. Man, I love Dante's Peak. I actually bought Dante's Peak and I watched it over and over and over. And then I caught myself watching Volcano over and over again. But if I would have, the slight edge goes to Dante's Peak, due to the fact that I'm more into, mountains and valleys and forested areas. And it was to me, more believable of a volcano erupting in an area like that than in LA. But LA probably got a lot of stuff going on up under there with the San Andreas fault and all that kind of stuff. Who knows what's up under LA and all that kind of stuff. Anyway, Volcano came out in 1997 and Dante's Peak came out in 1997. They came out within a month or two apart because they was trying to beat each other in the production to get that movie out before one could get the other one out. But if I had to pick, I would pick Dante's Peak because I love Dante's Peak. So anyway, God bless, take care. That's my comparison to these two movies. Volcano and Dante's Peak, has something to do with volcano eruptions and the destruction of the volcano. God bless, take care, and we'll catch you in the next video. We'll see you.